So the Philadelphia Union just finished what I like to call the most emotional game in Union history. It was the biggest match in our young history with the significance of playoff implication and top seeding between Atlanta United and the Philadelphia Union. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this was the very first Union game that hit me close to the heart. But guys, let's get to this match because the Union finished off playing against Atlanta United. And here on DOOP By The River today, we're going to review this great match. And that's all coming up next, my Duperos. Done! What's going on, everyone, and welcome to DOOP By The River, the show where we follow everything Philadelphia Union with me, El Parceo Philly. And if this is your first time tuning in, or if you're returning back to DOOP By The River, I just want to say thank you for tuning in. Well, please help me grow this channel here by liking this video, subscribing to the channel, hitting the button for notification, and sharing this on any social media platform you like to use. The goal is trying to get to 100 subscribers, and we are now only 15 subscribers away from reaching that goal, and I have only you guys to thank. Alright guys, so before we get started with this video, I wanted to go over something very important heading into this very important month. Well, obviously we all know we're winding down with the MLS season, and the Union are getting closer and closer to the playoffs. But guys, September 15th, which is next week, starts Hispanic Heritage Month. That is right. You guys know this month is very important to myself and to my fellow Latinos. So the Philadelphia Union have finally made the reach towards the Latinos, and they are doing everything they can to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month. In the description below, guys, I will leave a link to all the different activities the Philadelphia Union are setting up for this great month. And also, guys, if you are on social media and if you are a hashtag user, instead of using the hashtag DOOP this month, join me in the movement. We are going to use hashtag Vamos La Union. This is all in celebration of Hispanic Heritage Month. What better way to mix the Union with Hispanic Heritage Month? So guys, hashtag Vamos La Union. Alright guys, we took care of the other business. Now it is time to dive into this match because we all knew the importance of this match for the Philadelphia Union. This was the biggest regular season matchup in our young history, and Atlanta United were just coming off a US Open Cup final, which they did win. Now you have to believe that US Open Cup final had a lot to do with what happened in this match. But let's dive right into it. And first up, let's talk about the formations and the starting 11 the Union went with, because the formation, Jim Kirchin switched it up again. I predicted in the preview video we'd go back to the 4-4-2 diamond. We mentioned that Atlanta United did just play US Open Cup and fatigue would have been an issue, so I wanted to see a little bit of the high press. But Jim Kirchin stuck with the 4-2-3-1, used the high possession, and to be quite honest with you, the attack really works well with the 4-2-3-1. I don't know if it's because a lot of these players are familiar with it with the past Union teams, but it is really working, and it was effective in this game. And let's start off with the goalie there, because who else but our Jamaican Andre Blake. He had a pretty good match. He got beat once by Josef Martinez, but let's be real. When you're talking about Josef Martinez, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, or Carlos Vela, those are some talented forwards that we have in this league. And if you let up a nice goal to them, how could I be mad at Andre Blake for that? Overall, it was still a solid match and only allowed one goal to Atlanta United. So bravo to my Jamaican. Alright guys, let's move into these back four. Starting from left to right, we had Kai Wagner, Mark McKenzie, Jack Elliott, and Ray Gaddis. Now, I called it. Mark McKenzie would get the start here. He proved himself in the last match against DC United that he deserved to stay as the starter. And my man Mark balled out. He was all over the pitch. This man was chasing Josef Martinez and Pity Martinez all match long. My man stamped his starting role as the center back. Kai Wagner also had a solid match as well. And Ray Gaddis. My man Ray was getting involved in the attack, and he was playing up as a winger for a lot of this match. You gotta give props to Ray for this match. Still didn't get the goal, but we always come at him for his offense disability, as we might want to say, but hey, yo, Ray did his thing. All right, guys, at the midfield, we saw 5 midfielders again in this match, and at the 2 central defensive midfielders, we had Harris Medunjanin, the captain in this match, and we also had Jamiro Monteiro. Now, obviously, we all know Alejandro Bedoya would not be available for this match due to too many yellow cards, which led to a suspension. So, Harris got the captain's ban, not much of a surprise. He's one of the veteran favorites for Jim Kirchin, and he is a clear leader in this dressing room. He would have a great match and was even up for the team of the week in the MLS. Medunjanin would assist on the first goal for the Union. Right next to him, we saw Jamiro Monteiro. We haven't really seen Jamiro play as a defensive midfielder, but duty calls. He is very versatile, which we have talked about in the past on DOOP By The River about Jamiro's versatility, and he did a great job as that right central defensive midfielder. And those top 3 forwards that we saw were Brandon Aronson, Marco Fabian, and Fafa Picault. Now, I love playing these 2 together out wide. Brandon Aronson is a very technical player, while Fafa kills you with the speed outside. And he did exactly that in this match. He was beating defenders out in 1v1 situations a couple times, and he had a couple opportunities to nail in some assists and even a chance at a goal as well that Goose would stop. Marco Fabian would have a nice opportunity for a goal in the 9th minute when he found the ball in the box and tried to nail it into the back of the net, but would hit the top of the post. Brandon Aronson, however, would get a goal in this match. It was the first goal that started off the rampage for the Union. But the moment of the match would be when Jim Kirchin made the decision to sub out both the outside midfielders, Brandon Aronson and Fafa Picault, who were playing well, but put some refreshers in by subbing in Sergio Santos Gomes and Elsinho. Those 2 subs really, which is what changed this match for the better. Anthony Fontana would also get subbed in the 85th minute for Marco Fabian. And up top, we saw Kasper Shabilko, your neighborhood-friendly striker, got another start, and my man is hot right now. Got another goal in this match, and how can you not continue going with Kasper, to be honest with you? Alright guys, let's get started by talking about the actual match here. And to start it off, it was a back and forth battle. It was an absolute grind. There was physicality, but we expected this. We knew this was not going to be an easy match for either team, and we thought the Union were going to get the first advantage. And in the 35th minute, the Union surprised Atlanta United by getting the first goal. It was a heads-up play by Harris Medunjanin, who found Marco Fabian, who then passed off to Kasper Shabilko. However, that goal would be called off because Marco Fabian was just a tad bit offsides before making the pass to Kasper, which left the score 0-0. Then, right before halftime and injury time, Josef Martinez, to be quite frank, worked his magic. Darlington Nagbe had a nice little touch pass to Josef Martinez, who was leading the defensive line of the Union. He would make one move on Andre Blake and would put it past him. That absolutely quieted Talent Energy for a little bit. At halftime, guys, you can see it on my match day vlog, the atmosphere at Talent Energy at halftime was completely somber. We were fired up in that first half. This is for first place in the East in late August, early September here. When Atlanta went up 1-0, we got deflated a little bit, but I did not lose my positivity. I did not lose hope that we would win this game. It was just one goal. We've seen the Union be down 2 goals and come back and win. So in the second half, I knew it was going to happen, and it did. It started when in the 58th minute, Jim Kirchin subbed in, oh, Elsinho, fuck it, Elsinho. And that honestly started the change of momentum for the Philadelphia Union. 3 minutes later, Harris Medunjanin would have a beautiful long pass. He looked like Carson Wentz out there. Found Brandon Aronson, who would nail it in the back of the net, getting Brad Guzan's number. This is now 2 goals in 1 season. Brandon Aronson has had a goal on, gotta give respect where it's due, the great Brad Guzan. After that goal, Jim Kirchin would take Brandon Aronson out for a move that was questionable at the time, but Jim Kirchin proved that that was the right move to me. He subbed in Sergio Santos Gomes for Brandon Aronson, and that would stamp our victory over Atlanta United. Because in the 86th minute, Sergio Santos Gomes would find Kasper Shabilko, who would nail it in the back of the net, giving us the lead 2-1. And at this point, Talent Energy erupted. We got the lead late in the game, and we didn't expect that we would get another goal. But a couple minutes later, Kasper Shabilka would find Sergio Santos Gomes, giving him a goal for an excellent performance. Now, I just want to state this here, guys, because I have been an avid Sergio Santos Gomes critiquer. Before the season started, I thought we got a steal here in Sergio Santos Gomes. This was a guy who performed well in South America, even though it was the Chilean league, and actually caught the attention of Mexican club Necaxa. But we jumped in and stole him right from Necaxa, so I thought we were going to have something special. This was going to be the next Joseph or Piti. We were going to be Atlanta 2.0. So far, through injury, and he hasn't been fit, his fitness and work ethic has truly been in question so far this season. Obviously, over the past couple of weeks, Sergio Santos Gomes has shown Jim Kirchhoff something for him to get some minutes in this very crucial match, I might add. And it paid off because Sergio was truly the difference maker. Elena was tired at that point. They had no answer. They were so gassed, and Sergio used his speed and his fresh legs to destroy that Atlanta United defense. The Union would finish this match off 3-1, giving the Union faithful something special to celebrate. We've never had a victory like this in our history. This was for first place. This was for bragging rights. This was against Atlanta United, who are the proven winners of the MLS. And if you guys watched my match day vlog, it was honestly really hard not to fight back the tears. Guys, I've been a Union fan since day one. I may have been on a hiatus with the Union, but I've always supported and loved this team. Being able to witness such a win like this in front of our crowd, there's no words how I feel right now as a Union fan. And I know it's still a regular season, we still have playoffs to play, but guys, this was one of the most, not just in soccer, not just in Union, but in sports in general, this was the best moment I've witnessed in person as a sports fan. Alright guys, so the next matchup for the Philadelphia Union will be a friendly against Club Pumas de Mexico. So I will do something for that. Honestly, I'll probably just do a review video of that. It's International Week, so I'm back full throttle with Colombia. I'll be covering them. So I'll just be doing a review video. But after that Pumas game, we are back at it, and we're playing the top team in the Western Conference in LAFC, but the good news is they are coming into our place. So stay tuned for all of that, guys. Guys, those are my thoughts on this Union versus Atlanta United match. God, I love being a Union fan. But thanks again for watching, guys. Please, if you liked the video, if you like what I'm doing, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell button for notifications, share this. Help me get to 100 subscribers, guys. We are almost there. And until next time, my duperos, vamos la U!